Hello, this is section 7.6 and rational equations. So solving the rational equations, so number one is important stuff is we need to find the restriction, which means set the denominator equal to 0 to find it. And then, which is that makes undefined case. And then number two, clear the equation of the fraction by multiply by both sides by LCD. And then solve the Byzantine equation without the fraction form. And then we need to reject the proposed solution to compare with the list of the restriction. Otherwise, your solution must be fine if you don't have any mistakes. Okay, so on the first problem, actually there's no restriction because you don't have any variable here. This is all the numbers, okay? So number never can be a 0. So, and then this time, I want to find the LCD for the 6 and 8, which is, I want to say this is going to be 24. So I'm going to make the denominator 24. Oh. And then I'm going to find the equivalent fraction. So 6 goes 24 4 times. 4 times x is a 4x. 6 goes 24 4 times. 1 times 4 is a 4. 8 goes 24 3 times. And 3 times x is a 3x. And then when you multiply 24 both sides, and then it will cancel all the denominator by 24. So you only get 4x equal to 4 plus 3x. And then subtract 3x both sides. And then you get the subtract 3x. And then x equal to 4. So that's the solutions. Okay, now for the number 2, there is a restriction this time. Which means any of the denominator contain the variable set equal to 0. So first one is 2x equal to 0, which is x is a 0. And 3x equal to 0, which is x is a 0. So restriction is only the x equal to 0. So x cannot be the 0. So if your solution come out as a 0, we need to eliminate them. Alright, so LCD. So LCD from 2x and 18 and 3x, I want to say this is 18x. So I put down the 18x equal to 18x minus 18x. So now compare the 2x goes 18x, which is, I want to say 9 times. And then I got 45. 18 goes 18x is going to be x times. So which is 17x. And then 3x goes 18x, how many times? I want to say 6 times. So 6. So now you multiply by 18x both sides. And then it will cancel all the denominator. So you get the 45 equal to 17x minus 6. And then plus 6 both sides. You got 51 equal to 17x. And divide by 17 both sides. X equal to 3. Alright, let's look at the next questions. So in the next questions, okay, there's a restriction this time too. So restriction, which means denominator cannot be 0, which is 5x equal to 0, which is divided by x equal to 0, and also x equal to 0. So x cannot be a 0. Alright, with that case, okay, LCD, I think it's a 5x. Okay, so I'm going to put down the 5x equal to 5x minus 5x. So that's LCD. Now I'm going to compare the denominator. 5x becomes 5x, which is there is no change. So numerator stays the same. And then 5 goes to 5x, which is x times. So you multiply x both sides, which is 9x. And then x goes 5x, which is 5 times, which is 20. And then multiply by 5x both sides. And then cancel all the denominator. We got 7x minus 4 equal to 9x minus 20. And then subtract the 7x both sides, add 20 both sides. And then it'll be 16 equal to 2x, x equal to 8. And then when you plug it in, it must become out the true. Alright, for the number 4, and the restriction, yes, there is a restriction this time. So restrictions means that this is more than 1. So x squared minus 25 equal to 0. X plus 5 equal to 0. X minus 5 equal to 0. So x squared minus 25 equal to 0 means x plus 5 times x minus 5, which equal to 0. So x equal to 5 and negative 5 is going to be restriction, which is you get the same thing from here. Negative 5 and the 5. So x cannot be the 5 or negative 5. So if your answer come out as 5 or negative 5, we just can't use it. So in here, now we need to find the vector form, which is x squared minus 25, same as x plus 5 times x minus 5. And then vector form for the linear is just x plus 5. Not 1, actually. Sorry. Oh yeah, we can put it 4x there. So yeah, I'm just going to take the one more step. And then 2 over x minus 5. Now, I know the LCD is x plus 5, x minus 5. So LCD is x plus 5 times x minus 5. So equal to x plus 5 times x minus 5 minus x plus 5 times x minus 5. So compare this and this. Both x stay the same, but x plus 5, but there's x minus 5 has been multiplied. Okay, so I want to say this is a multiplied by x minus 5 both sides. So 1 times x minus 5. And then second one, to compare to the x minus 5 to this and this, I think the x plus 5 is missing. So x plus 5 times x plus 5. And then you can just change the subtraction as a 2 of x plus 5. And then you won't miss the sign. Okay, multiply by LCD, which is x plus 5 times x minus 5 on both sides. It will cancel all the denominator. Now you got just the 4x equal to x minus 5 minus 2x minus 10, which is you got distributed, okay? So 4x equal to negative x minus 15 plus x both sides, which is a 5x equal to negative 15 divided by 5 is equal to negative 3, which is not the same as 5 and negative 5, so this is okay to use. Alrighty, number 5. So in number 5, we have a 3x over x minus 4 equal to 6x plus 5 over 2x minus 7. So another way you can actually do for the rational equation is cross multiplication, because you only get a one fractions, and then you only get another fraction here. So you can cross multiply. So if you do that, you can do as 3x plus 1 times 2x minus 7. And then it becomes x plus 4 times, and then 6x plus 5. And then we can just solve for x. So from here, you got a FOIL. So I got 6x squared minus 21x plus 2x minus 7. Other one, FOIL. I got 6x squared plus 5x minus 24x and minus 20. Subtract 6x squared both sides, cancel the x squared. And then this is a negative 19x minus 7 equal to negative 19x minus 20. Oh, so if you're adding the 19x both sides, which is a negative 7 equal to negative 20. Uh-oh, this is not true, right? So there's no way you can solve for x. So this is no solution case. Even though there's a restriction, doesn't work. Okay, so restriction means what? X minus 4 equal to 0, and then 2x minus 7 equal to 0. So 1x is a 4, and the other one is 7 over 2, which is you got no solution anyway, so you're not going to get those numbers. Okay, for the number 6, let's put the factor form. So x squared plus 2x minus 8 is x plus 4 times x minus 2 plus x plus 4 equal to x minus 2, which is a 2x minus 1, 2 and 1 stay the same. So restriction is which is this is actually the same factor of this 2, so you just need to set the x plus 4 times x minus 2 equal to 0, which is x plus 4 equal to 0, which is x equal to negative 4, and the x minus 2 equal to 0, which is x equal to 2. So now that one shouldn't be the answers, okay? We'll have to keep that in mind. And then find the LCD is, this time is LCD is x plus 4 times x minus 2. x plus 4 times x minus 2, x plus 4 times x minus 2. So now compare the denominator to the LCD, which is no change, which means the numerator stays the same. So which is you got 2x, 2x minus 1. And then compared to the denominator, there's a x minus 2 has been multiplied. So you got to multiply 2 times x minus 2. Compared to the x minus 2, the x plus 4 times x minus 2, I know the x minus 2, x plus 4 has been multiplied, so 1 times x plus 4. And then multiply by LCD both sides, which is you'll cancel everything out. So you got 2x minus 1 plus multiply by 2 inside, 2x minus 4 equal to x plus 4. So 2x become 4x, negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5 equal to x plus 4, and so for x. Subtract x both sides, plus 5 both sides, and this cancels out. And then 3x equal to 9 divided by 3, x equal to 3, which is not the same as negative 4, positive 2, so this is okay to go. Alright, next problem. On the next problem, since you can treat it as a fraction, the fractions, okay, so you can just say 1 over 1 and 1 over 1. So the restriction in here, just x cannot be the 0, okay? That's only the x denominator we see. Okay, now what I gotta do is, okay, LCD between the 1 and x is x. Okay, so I'm gonna make a denominator as x. And x. So x for 1 goes x times, which is x squared. X goes x stays, 1 goes x times, I got negative 5x. And then multiply by x both sides, and then it will cancel all the denominator by x. So you got x squared plus 6 equal to negative 5x. And then you're adding the 5x both sides because we charged the factoring to solve. So 5x plus 6 equal to 0. And then it's factorial as x plus 2 times x plus 3. So your solution is x plus 2 equal to 0, x plus 3 equal to 0. So one solution is negative 2, and the other one is negative 3. This is actually not a restriction case, so you're okay. Alright, number 8. The restriction is going to be x plus 3 equal to, hold a sec, I didn't change it. This must be negative, okay? Plus doesn't work. So x plus 3, which means we don't have that. So this must be x minus 3 equal to 0, which is x equal to 3. So that one is a restriction. So this time, x minus 3 is LCD. Sorry. X minus 3 over 1, still x minus 3. So x minus 3 stays at x minus 3. So x stays at x. X minus 3 stays x minus 3, so 3 stays. And then 1 becomes x minus 3, so you need to multiply 9 times x minus 3. And then multiply by x minus 3 both sides. And then it will cancel all the denominator. So you get the x equal to 3 plus, and then multiply by 9, 9x minus 27. So you gotta solve for negative 9x both sides, which is negative 8x equal to negative 24 divided by negative 8. And then x equal to 3. But on the restriction, x cannot be 3. So even though we find the 3 as a solution, we can use it. So we have to say no solution for this case, okay? Alrighty, so now the next one, it is a rational equation, but we're not really solving for number. We're just solving for the other variable, okay? So the first problem, we are solving for a. So we're going to isolate the a by itself, okay? So which is p is a over 1 plus r. So in order to a by itself, I need to multiply by 1 plus r both sides. Which this cancels out. So you got, I want to switch these two sides, okay? So a is now what? 1 plus rp. This is it. If you can go further, you can just distribute the p if you want. So a is also p plus rp. You can do the 2 if you want. But either one is fine. This is fine. For the second one, we are solving for h right now. So we're going to isolate the h. So a equal to half of BH, right? So in order to isolate it, I need to multiply 2 both sides to cancel 1/2. So I got 2A, which is cancel BH. And then I need to isolate the H, so divide by B both sides. And then cancel. So your 2A over B is going to be H. And then H is equal to 2A over B. So you can put either ways. Alright, we're going to solve for R. So S equal to C over 1 minus R. So first of all, I need to multiply 1 over R both sides to cancel denominator. Okay, so cancel. So I got 1 minus RS equal to C. But I'm solving for R, right? So we need to multiply by S. So S minus RS equal to C. But in order to solving for R, subtract S both sides. I got negative RS equal to C minus S. And then divide by negative S both sides. And then negative cancel. S is cancel. Now you got an R equal to C minus S over negative S. It is okay. But the better way is actually I want to multiply by negative 1 both sides because I don't like the negative denominator. So negative 1 multiply, I got negative C plus S over S. Actually, this is better, but it doesn't matter. You can get this one or this one. Alrighty? Okay, that's for the 7.6. Thank you.